players ready. Let's go ahead, count down the Season 31 finale for Cobra and Pixelandy. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, let me go ahead and quickly introduce these players. On the left, roller out of the United States, and is your defending Boston Tea Parody champion. He has a PB of 5,280,000. Welcome in, Cobra.
He's been on the colors grind for a while, but still hasn't quite found that one line-out game to get all the way.
Soon, I'm sure. On the
Very
right,
soon.
speaking of colors, we have a roller out of the United States. He's got a PB of 11,966,000. Welcome in, Pixelandy. Andy, also the defending CTL champion, having dethroned Blue Scooty, who was our first ever back 5 back champion. For a while, it seemed like he wasn't going to let anyone else win CTL ever again.
But Andy is definitely here to make a name for the knuckling playstyle. The 11 million was not with knuckling, that was pre-injury, normal rolling. But I think he is somewhere around a 6 million with knuckling. So, definitely not shabby at the line out with that either.
Not at all. And he has the capability, if this goes 5 games, to go to 39 all 5 games. Like, I feel like Andy's back to full power.
Definitely seems like it from how he's been playing across all the various competitions. Cobra, maybe not as strong of recent form, but is still live in no cap. They both are. Andy advanced to the top 4 of that today. Cobra in the top 16, I believe.
I'm going to need to take a look at where all that is. Got premiere polls due tonight.
Good to brush up.
Yep.
But so far, small lead for Cobra. About Tetris. Now 2, with Andy doing some burning on that center well.
Yeah, Andy was playing that column, I think it was 5 for a bit there. He's trying to get this over to a different column, but instead, he's just going to have to burn it down.
Had to cover some of the holes he had, but back open for split double. And now, not looking to clean up. Actually, he's still going to keep playing dirty for a bit. But almost back clean again. And there it is. Back to the
dirty column
8.
Oh, well, look at this dirty setup for Cobra, though. He's going to just burn it down because we're in a drought.
Much higher off the bottom of the board. Covers as well as the bar shows up. But gets another bar. Drought counter seems to be broken a bit.
Yep, 60,000 point lead for Cobra. He's also got 5 pushdown points. One of the interesting things...
I've seen 5 before.
Yeah. Of course, one of the interesting things about going with a 19 start for Andy is that kind of takes his hybrid play out of the picture, right?
Yeah.
Because he rolls on 19. He doesn't mess around with the higher speeds.
The maneuverability definitely makes more of a difference on 19 than 18.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see if that tires him out at all, or if his plan is tire Cobra out, maybe.
Maybe. What would be the level 19 transition? Andy would have 506. Cobra's going to be a bit
Cobra,
better than
1
that.
Tetris, and there it is.
131.
586.
So now we will get level transitions at 140 lines. We will not get any speed change until level 29.
Bit of a drought for Cobra, but
Oh, yeah.
good square to uncover for the bar.
Very timely, and now is trying to get this left side squared away. Does so. Yeah, very quick cleanup there for Cobra. It's got a pretty good lead here, 124,000 over Andy.
Yeah, pieces cooperated with Cobra on that not so happy left side. And Andy not able to take advantage of the very brief burn sequence that Cobra was in. Now, a bit of an awkward setup of his own. Resolves it pretty nicely, though.
Yep, has another T-tuck or a Z-spin. Oh, that bar adjustment. That was nice.
Yeah, didn't want to go for the Z-spin, wanted to hold out for the T to tuck, and gets rewarded. Interesting delayed J-tuck. Also gets rewarded for that, but not really helping him make much progress into this lead.
Yeah, it's down to 73,000 though, so maybe a little bit of a slowdown from Cobra, but he still has the edge and has a good-looking board right now.
Cobra had to clean up for a bit, but is clean once again.
Ooh, Andy getting some bad pieces here, but does get the right side open pretty quick.
Very good L to open
There
that
we
up.
go. Bangs down the Tetris on the backside of that. Now it's Cobra's turn to dance a little bit. Ooh, I'm not sure about that 1T. Ended up making a T-spin out of it, so it didn't matter, but...
Felt like maybe he could have resolved it differently. But despite the glitchy capture, this is a board that's a couple of burns away from being clean at the top.
Well, if I have anything to say about it, it won't be a glitchy capture for long.
That hole on the left side is real, though.
Yep. Sure is. He's going to have to get this down. He only has 11 lines to figure this out. Time running out for Cobra. Andy has taken the lead, 966 to 919. He's about to hit level 29 and is setting up in a column 8 to try to go in with a Tetris. You know, this feels like a pretty comfortable board, too. Max out into 29 for Andy. So, one Tetris and change separating the players.
Cobra was able to clean up the scary board into 29. Now we'll see if he can clean up the scary board on 29.
Yep, he is down to the bottom.
Andy not taking advantage yet.
Tetris for Andy. Though. Cobra just taking a triple there. Oh, misses a 5-tap left. It's low enough on the board. He can still get pieces around it, though, but got to be careful that doesn't spiral into multiple missed 5-taps.
Definitely. Almost back clean again, though, and there it is. But Andy almost 100,000 points ahead because of Cobra not being able to score any Tetrises yet on 29.
Cobra's set up, has some holes in the stack, but gets rid of those holes quickly.
Really nice burns from Cobra
but needs
there.
a bar. Had to plug it with an L. This is trouble. Oh, and he's forced himself into 5-tap. Gets the 5-tap.
Hits the crucial 5-tap.
Oh, he misses that one! Oh, that's going to be it.
Oh.
And Andy's going to take game number 1. Oh, man.
Andy, never really a strong pace, but was able to maintain a pretty consistent 100,000 point lead just from Cobra not being able to execute on 29.
In
3, 2, 1, Tetris. But as you were saying, Andy is dancing.
Yep. He is dancing right now. There we go. He's not listed as a hybrid player, but I know better. Nice fits.
Interesting choice to not take the Tetris, but it's got more swag that way, and we know Andy loves his swag.
That he does. As mentioned before, the lifetime series between these two, they've only played once, and that was at Space City back in August. But kind of important to note, that was only a best of 3.
Yeah, weird set at a weird regional. And Cobra's controller broke not long after, I think.
Oh,
or was that during that match? I know there was some match that Cobra was in that had to be replayed. I think it was the match after that. But
Andy with his triple flips of the L's and the J's, just they make me laugh.
I'm not sure if he's charging it or just doing it for fun. That
I
one's
don't
an
know.
adjustment.
He was doing it on Friday.
He's definitely been doing it for a while. I've for sure been seeing him do it.
Yep, there you go. Possibly an adjustment there, but nope.
That was a real
No
adjustment.
J. Yeah, no
Pretty
J,
good one.
so just lets the square do its work. Kind of neck and neck early on. 209 for Cobra, 191 for Andy. With 2 lines separating them, the lead just goes back and forth as they score Tetrises. I haven't seen a bar in a bit here. There's one finally. There's a Tetris.
Curious if Cobra being able to play up a little bit higher will make any sort of difference in the pace. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. Andy, very, very comfortable with Das. And he's not really one to early top very much with either playstyle, but the Das keeps his hands safer for longer. And as someone who's experienced injury struggles as much as he has, you can understand why he'd want it.
And of course, Andy is a world-class DAS player too. He's a recent Jonas Cup champion. He's won multiple CTM DAS tournaments.
More than half.
Yeah, he's he's pretty dominant over there. And yeah, it's nice to have a world-class backup playstyle to your world-class rolling.
Almost feels like different levels of world class though. His rolling is very strong, but you can't say he's the best in the world.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll see in the new Premier poll coming out this month, but I don't think he's going to be higher than maybe 3rd or 4th.
yeah.
But Das, pretty much undisputed #1 at this point.
Yeah, until someone comes along that can do what he does, it's going to stay that way.
Obviously, a lot of players with the potential to do it. Geo taking him down in CTWC DAS. And I think he was also the only one to beat him in CTM DAS for a while.
Mhm.
But not able
106.
to have the same consistency at winning the sets.
Yeah. 412 for Cobra, 395 for Andy. Cobra with a slight lead here, just under 2 Tetrises.
Pretty close in the piece sequence. Cobra maybe a little bit ahead at this point. Hard to tell.
Looks 3 pieces. Not very far at all. Andy having to take a burn there. I like how I took the square burn too to bring that right side back up with the rest of the board. Gonna get a Tetris
Definitely
there.
some good stacking by both so far, and potential 600Ks for both. Cobra seems more likely at this point.
Yeah, I think Andy's only got 4 Tetrises, now 3 Tetrises left. So don't think he can quite reach that, especially with this board.
Cobra, after these 2 delayed burns that he has set up, will be no burns.
Andy with a missed drop
What
there. He could
happened
have cleared that cleanly, but now has more complications to do.
Also, Zemper, to answer your question, I used to be a Premier pollster, but I quit because I was putting too much focus on it and it was stressing me out. And I wanted to do Premier poll in the first place because I thought it would be fun, and if it wasn't fun anymore, what's the point? So
level 19, 648 for
watcher.
Cobra, 552 for Andy.
But yeah,
And
this lead for Cobra, very real.
And it's kind of interesting that you say that, because I have the opposite problem. I would like to spend more time on it. I just don't have that time.
That does tend to be the problem.
Yeah. But Cobra with a
I was
pretty
sort of
strong lead here.
Devoting entire days
Oh,
at the end of the month to it.
And sometimes
I
you
did
just
not
don't have
those
that.
days.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I did have them. I was just spending them anyway.
Yeah, that's no good. Running out of the T-spin setup. Cobra trying to get this board down.
Resolves it pretty cleanly. Not very many burns having to be taken. Now just wants a J and an L and another J. Gets the bar for the third and the other two pieces correctly. So he is back out of it.
Nice. So, 120,000 point lead as we enter level 24, the halfway point in the level 19 speeds.
And he's been pulling it back little by little on the 19 so far, but has more work to do. We'll see if 29 will be the time to do that work, or if he can pull most of it back before then, like he did last game.
Well, Andy going dirty column 3 here. We'll get that dirty Tetris.
Not quite a perfect transfer, but pretty close. Now into column 4.
There's another dirty Tetris. But Cobra scoring them cleanly, has a 150,000 point lead almost. Oh, great tuck into the Tetris for Andy.
That was a great resolution. Got him back down to a clean board with just a few more burns. Cobra's capture really doesn't like level 26.
No.
It's funny that it likes 27 more than 26, because I feel like 27 is the most common level that glitches out.
26 is usually, oh, well, now it's glitching out pretty good. But yeah, 26 is pretty notorious too. Andy with a bit of an overhang there. Instead of going for the tuck, just took the triple. He would make Kiwi proud there. Tetris for Cobra into the 1.1. Andy has yet to max out, but will with the next Tetris, and there's the max. Cobra's in at 1,170,000.
Andy can be within 100,000 if he's able to score this last Tetris, but...
And he does. 90,000 points.
Cobra is in at 29 and has something he couldn't find all of last game, a 29, and setting up for more.
Yeah, it already looks like that Cobra is more comfortable on 29 this game than he was last.
Ready again. Andy bit to clean up. Same for Cobra now.
Yep, no bar in time. Oh, that hang.
That's very dangerous
bar
for
the
Cobra.
Tetris, but what can he do? Cobra doesn't think he can do
Not
anything, so
much.
he's done. Andy, you're in a chase down. You need D, as in David, 12.
Up really high here, though.
Yeah, this is tough.
What a 5-tap.
He needs a bar. Gets the bar.
Okay. Still
Needs
very
another
difficult
bar.
to needs another bar.
He's not going to get it. And Cobra's going to hang on and take game number 2. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I love sample sizes of 1.
Yeah, and we only have one match at sample sizes between these two before this, so...
Mm-hmm.
Not a huge sample there either. Pretty surprising. Both intrastate matchups so far were the second matches between the players. A Massachusetts one before, and now a Texas one.
I had no idea those two were in the same state. Like, I know these two are in Texas. I had no idea about Dangler and Guapi. That's kind of cool.
I'm also Massachusetts, so... have a better idea of who's where in the Northeast.
Yep. It's like, I know Alex is somewhere in my area, not very close, but I don't know where exactly. Don't care to know. Andy get into a little bit of trouble here on 19. Needs a bar or something to left and doesn't get it. This is dangerous.
That is the 19 difference. There's excitement early, and
oh man,
that might have almost been a top out early, but then be able to recover the second 5-tap and get it all the way over.
He's got this cleaned up, but the damage is done. 100,000 point lead for Cobra.
Cobra looking for column 6.
Where's the bar?
Route is counting though, and has to cover it pretty thoroughly.
30 pieces. Okay, finally gets the bar.
Cobra might have been able to adjust for a dirty Tetris there, but it's 19. It's hard to see these things in time. So he's just gonna keep it simple. But this is Andy's opportunity. Almost all the way back now.
Yep, Cobra having a little bit of a struggle getting back down to the bottom, but finally opens up that column 6 for the dirty, but not the dirty. We'll call it the James Chen dirty Tetris.
The center well.
Yep. And another party
now,
down the middle.
One more from
Cobra.
Cleaning up, and there he is.
All right, so after all that, Cobra still has the lead because Andy is in another dig. This one's at the bottom of the board, though, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. He's trying to get set up
away
for
from Tetris ready, and there it is.
There
And
it
gets the
is.
bards as well.
Now
He's gonna
Andy's
set this
gonna go
up,
center
too.
well.
This almost feels like Tetris time levels of playing for every dirty you can. But he's making it work decently.
There we go, Tetris. He's got 3 rows to clean up. Does that very quickly. I'd say if it was a Tetris time board, it would be about 5 rows higher.
That is the difference.
Yes.
It is 19, but Tetris time wouldn't care much.
The Tetris for Andy. He's back by 72,000, now 96,000, at about the same line count. So 4 Tetris lead for Cobra.
Almost exactly.
No.
7 pushdown points for Cobra this game.
He
Maybe
didn't
he
get them
just
at the beginning either.
Pushes the first piece. Oh, really?
I don't know when he got them, but I was looking at the beginning to see when he'd push down, and I never saw it.
The 7 points could be the difference, though, if the line clears break correctly.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit too late in 19 for that to be likely, though.
Yeah, the difference, 116,000 right now.
Andy, 446 at 130. For an
Cobra,
18
566.
transition benchmark.
So 120,000 point transition lead, well, quote, transition, unquote, for Cobra.
Now Andy,
Oh, what's going on here? Cobra with a couple of awkward pieces. Trying to get
mostly cleaned up already, though.
Yeah. Still a mess under all that, though.
Opts not to set up. Just trying to get this down.
And Andy is clean. He could play some catch-up here. Cobra can get another Tetris before having to worry about digging, but he's not getting a bar either.
He's just waiting on this one L piece to try and clear things up, but doesn't find that either. There it is, about 5 pieces too late. Now not even Tetris ready. But close to clean again.
About the only saving grace for Cobra here is the fact that there were very few bars in that sequence.
But we are neck and neck again. Cobra, 4 lines in hand, and gonna use those 4 lines for a Tetris.
Yeah, this game is
But
all of a
this is
sudden
under a
become
1
very
Tetris lead.
close. Very exciting here as we're about halfway through level 19 speeds. 5,000 point advantage for Andy, but he's got 4 extra lines.
And don't forget, Cobra needs to take both of these games to even have a chance of improving his seeding and maybe getting some level pick advantages in his first round game of the playoffs. Andy, on the other hand, just wants a set win to secure that division win and $25 prize. And otherwise, if he loses a decider, he needs to hope that Alex doesn't sweep Sodium. And that's definitely not something you can bet on when Alex is in the kind of form he's generally in.
Yeah. Kind of remember last year after he took the World Championship, he took some time off. And afterwards, he was definitely a little rusty. And fortunately, he was able to shake that off by CTWC this year. And
very impressively.
Yeah, I thought he took us by surprise there. Like, yeah, you don't count out the previous world champ, but it felt like there were some strong contenders this time around, but none of them could even take a game off of him. It was just wild to me.
Yeah. Also, hello, Blue Scooty. Thank you for the raid. Raiding with his point count of 46.
Welcome in, Scooty. Welcome in, Wallbant as well.
And everyone else in
Vinity,
chat.
hope you're doing well. We're level 29, and it's a 10,000 point lead for Andy. This is close.
Both
Andy
of them
built up.
looking to set up for their first Tetrises.
Where's the bar? There's the bar. Tetris for Andy. He has a little cleanup to do. Cobra wasn't able to get a Tetris there, so he trails by a Tetris. But we'll get that back.
Slight line advantage for Cobra. He's a bit behind in the line count.
Ooh, Andy misses a 5-tap. He's gonna have
Waiting
to play
for a
flat.
bar to dig it down. There it is.
I do
But
not
this is
like
still not an
this.
easy dig.
That's up the 5-tap for the bar to the left. It goes. Andy will stay alive. Cobra trying to stay set up. Needs a bar, gets it over for the Tetris. Cobra in the lead by about 18,000 points.
Very good safe setups for Cobra here.
Another Tetris for
And
Cobra.
it's rewarded.
Yeah, he's starting to pull ahead a little bit. Oh, he's not going for column 7, is he? He is. He gets the dirty column 7. So
Wonder
much
off
for
the
the
bottom.
safe setups. Wow.
Yeah, immediately calls me out for lying.
I know, right? Andy gets a Tetris. He pulls within 20,000.
Cobra
And
answers.
he'll take the lead. Oh no, Cobra did answer. So still 20,000.
Very brief lead for Andy again. About half a second maybe, as Cobra's bar
Oh,
went
this
into
is.
the Tetris well.
I don't like this for Andy. He does get the center well Tetris, but now his board's jacked up. Oh, Cobra's is clean. Cobra can score here. He gets a bar for the Tetris. 1,398,000 for Cobra. 1,379,000 for Andy. He's set up in column 8. But where's the bar? Where's the bar? There's no bar.
Bar's there for Cobra, but it's not
And
there
that's
for
it.
Andy, and Cobra will take it.
Cobra takes a 2-1 lead.
Running into the same drought on 38 as well.
Wow, that
Line
went
advantage
long
did make a
too.
difference.
Yeah. Back in this, we'll find out. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. We got Bidwell strats from Andy.
Okay, I just saw Cobra get the 5 pushdown points at some random point. I don't
Was
know
it
how
ju-
many pieces it was in. It didn't seem like a specific number.
Was it
Seemed
during
like-
the Tetris?
No, I think it was before the Tetris.
Oh, wow.
Because he definitely had 5, and then he had 22,805.
Well, now he's got a lot more as he's got 3 Tetrises on the board early.
And he had to take a burn, but it's not exactly like the pace is bad. Just 1 burn. But 0 for Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra with 5 in a row to start out game number 4.
Andy had a bit of a weird misdrop on the left side, it looked like, but able to get the tucks to get out of it.
Yep. That's the one thing when you have the misdrops that high on the left side, you've got time to plan.
Especially with an overshift.
Yeah. Vits for Cobra looked like an adjustment too.
Yep. The best kind of Vits, in my opinion.
The real Vits, yes.
But Cobra finally taking his first burns. Not gonna play perfect with this much on the line. I like the choice. One Tetris lead for him. And now a mini drop forming.
Yep, not too long. Both players getting the bar for the Tetris. Cobra maintaining his lead.
Still just the one double taken. Through 46.
And the Z-spin for Andy.
What do you think the story of this match is so far? I think it's just... I mean, as with a lot of matches at this level, it's about the 29. But I think it's Cobra playing a bit above his standard and Andy playing a bit below his standard.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, the level selection hasn't really come into play yet. Like, 18 and 19 doesn't matter. They have been equal almost up until level 29. Pretty much every game, except I think in the first game, Andy had a pretty big lead going into it. But yeah, Cobra is playing 29 very well. Andy, maybe not as much as we're used to.
Yeah. After that first game where Cobra couldn't really get anything going, he's recovered very well. And now he's looking very good on 18, especially. Not much of a lead, but very strong paces for both.
Yep. Andy getting that square to get out of that short jam.
Just when he needed one. Bar not showing up when he needs one, so he used to take an extra triple. Maybe that's the DAS roll difference coming into play, is that one triple. But none of the games have been decided by that small of an amount so far.
Yep.
We'll see if this one will be the one.
484 for Cobra, 451 for Andy. Cobra has had the advantage pretty much since the start when he was just going perfect for a little bit. And since then, Andy has been only able to match his pace.
Maybe one more Tetris of gap since the start.
Yeah.
But
this
Andy's
is pretty
still
high.
playing well.
Right. Cobra covers the well as the bar shows up. And then gets
three
more before he can use one for a Tetris. And he's just getting a whole bunch of long bars to make it not matter.
Crazy bar spam.
No kidding. Second time tonight we've seen that.
Yeah.
We have won the Guapi Dingler match. 120 lines. Cobra already has a 600.
And who knows, maybe our third set will have similar bar spam as well.
One can hope.
Certainly makes it entertaining. What's also entertaining is these paces. Over 600 in the transition.
Andy with the 604.
Over 651, one more to go. Out to 675.
675. Very nice. Cobra showing that he's got it on 18.
Both rolling now. It'll be up to the 19 for a bit. Cobra maybe looking to column 2. Couldn't find either the Z piece to get Tetris ready or the bar for the Tetris for a while.
Yeah, that was
covers
rough.
as the bar shows up.
And this is gonna hurt because Andy just needs a bar left, and then he can start scoring. And there's that bar. Oh, the held adjustment there to put it upright. That was nice.
Very clean stack for Andy now.
Another Tetris. But Cobra is out of his mess and does still have the pace lead. Both
Two
players will...
Tetrises of blinds to potentially score with.
It is very close. Another Tetris
And he had
for
a bit of
Cobra.
a complication for a second, but resolved it very cleanly.
Yeah, very quick burn there. Oh. This
Not
is a
able
problem.
to 5-tap with J.
Gets the bar down for the
Okay.
Tetris.
He missed the square as well. Was going for the 3-tap, but only got 2 of them. Now this is a bit of a real dig. Again, covering that left side right as the bar shows.
I wouldn't say he's in any real danger. I think that's past, but this is going to hurt the pace for sure. Provided Cobra can find bars. There's one.
And he's almost back out of it. Couldn't find anything SZ or T-shaped for a while, but then got back out of it. Now, maybe switching to a left well. We're just going to burn this down.
I think if you're Andy, you
looks like
have to go
that's
for
all
the
it
left well here.
Opts not to bits, even with the bar in the next box. Maybe didn't see it in time. Or just wanted to play it safer.
Cobra having to just chonk that square down the right side.
And he transfers back over to the right well in one burn.
432 points. This is neck and neck.
Oh, Andy also got some pushdown points somewhere. Didn't even notice.
Andy needs to get this cleaned up before 29. So does Cobra now. Both players get into a little jam on late in the 27.
And not fully clean now either.
Oh, this is scary for Andy. He's got the max out, but he needs something right. Gets the bar over for the Tetris after the transition. He maxed into 29. Cobra missing a 5-tap, but has the bar, has the well open. He needs the bar now. It doesn't come in time. And he's going to be so high up on the board. What can he even do? And Cobra is done.
Left.
Andy's going to send us to a decider.
Yeah. Andy, with that board into 29, he covered the well with sort of a classic Pixelandy Z piece, where you put it flat 890 and it doesn't burn super cleanly. You sort of want another J piece after that to burn it cleanly. He did not find the J piece, so it was a bit awkward in 29, but found the bar early to score the Tetris, and that Tetris was what made the difference.
With game number 5, the decider between Cobra and Andy. In 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Tetris. Bad pieces, says Cobra. Yeah, that didn't look good for either of you. Also, Cobra up 6-0. Crushing lead.
And definitely well before that first Tetris.
Yeah, considering that we haven't had a bar for 23 pieces.
And up to 9 now.
What is this? Okay. Cobra keeps
Not exactly a starting drought. There was a bar earlier, but
yeah,
the next 2 took their time before coming back to back.
Cobra able to use them both for scores. Andy was not. Ooh, that's an overtap.
Andy rolling on 18 this time as well.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Good catch.
But already missed off once.
He heard you and is no longer rolling.
And he also started pushing down.
Yep.
Quite the contrarian. But as long as he's having fun within the rules.
Absolutely. Ooh, that's not fun. He does get the tuck and gets a piece around it.
Last game was Cobra low max, right at 29, top out. Andy intentional top, high max.
Yep.
In 31.
Yeah, it turned out to be fairly close into 29, but the difference was Andy just got cleaner faster before the transition.
Yeah, tough piece sequence to clean up. And he tends to be a very strong player in terms of finding dig solves, and was showing it there.
Well, both of these players...
Say he just sees the game differently than almost anyone else.
Yeah, very much so. Both these players have hit 29 in all 4 games so far, which is always fun to see.
Yep.
Like, we didn't get that with Andy and
jinx
Alex.
It for game 5.
Hopefully I didn't. Yeah, we had an early top in that match on Friday. So
definitely
285.
Not what you want to see.
No.
With Andy securing the division title on the line here.
It's 285 for Cobra, 251 for Andy. Boards are getting rather high, but a couple bars show up for Andy to help him out. They're not going to help out Cobra much at all.
At least he's back to a clean board again, but having to take some more burns with another drought.
Finally gets the bar for the Tetris. And through all that, it's just a 1,000 point lead for Andy.
Not any absurd paces, but very good, solid paces.
Yep.
More in the mid 500s.
I find especially at this level, it's usually more important about how close it is than what the pace is.
Definitely. It's just more fun to think about pace.
It is fun to have high numbers, yeah. Like that transition from Cobra last game was just ridiculous. Like, you don't see 670s every day.
Yeah. And Alex had a 700 transition in CTM today.
Oh my god.
It was actually a mullen at the end. It's an early top out from, I think he was playing Neem at the time, or was it Knight? I don't remember. But mullened out the last Tetris or two for the 700.
Yep. We are still very much neck and neck here. 720 points is the difference. Drought counter is lying to you on Cobra's side.
Andy's is also frozen, been sitting at 18 for quite a while.
Yeah, just sometimes NTC doesn't recognize the pieces. Tetris for Cobra.
Floating Mino for Andy, burned away with the square.
Floating Minos look so silly.
They really do.
Andy,
I think it was last game. Andy had, or I think it was 2 games ago actually. Andy had a well transfer that he was trying to do, and 2 different times he Tetris it down to just one floating Mino over exactly the hole, with nothing else anywhere near it.
That's obnoxious.
Pretty unfortunate.
559 for Andy, 512 for Cobra. We seem to have had a mini drought into that 19 transition.
And another. No longer, though. Just the drought counters providing some misinformation on the internet.
Fake news counters.
It's a lot of fake news. 18 fake news on one CTL stream?
I know.
I don't think we've even lied that much yet. There's still time, though.
That's just for
Caught
Andy.
A whole other match.
I mean, I'm gonna look like a pretty good liar if Cobra wins this.
Yeah.
But Cobra has been playing
Certainly
like he's
closer than
earned
either
it.
of us predicted.
Yeah. 691 for Andy, 638 for Cobra here in Game 5. Not a whole lot on the line for Cobra, but certainly a lot on the line for Andy. Cobra with an interesting burn there to avoid the long bar dependency. It's rewarded with a Tetris there. Andy bangs down a Tetris. Cobra will take care of this issue. Oh, was that a double? That had to be a double flip. Yeah.
Because that would have burned away cleanly, so you have to imagine it's not what he was going for. It's going to cost him probably 5 more burns or so, depending on how long it takes to clean this well transfer up. Had the opportunity for a well transfer, but of course the bar didn't show up when he wanted it.
Yep. Now we got the sparkly board. Andy just starting to run away with this.
In the middle, but resolved it nicely. Only 2 Tetrises, so it's not like Cobra's out of it, and he's slightly behind on lines. But
the bar timing has been much worse for Cobra.
Does seem that way. Even on same pieces, bar timing definitely a factor.
So 915 for Andy, 809 for Cobra. We're about to hit level 29 for the final time this set. And here we go. 926 is the transition for Andy. Bit on the low side, but the game's relatively close enough that this lead could go either way.
Yeah, 890 for Cobra, under a Tetris away, and there is the Tetris.
Andy will score a Tetris, but now has some cleanup to do, as does Cobra.
Both opting to ease their way into 29. Although Cobra ready and scores.
Andy set up. There's the bar. There's the Tetris. He's got the max out. 1,026,000, 980 for Cobra, but Cobra fires back. Andy with another Tetris.
Both players going pretty aggressive on 29 here, and paying off so far. Bar timing has been much friendlier.
This is what you like to see. Cobra getting those tough left taps. Oh, but doesn't get that one. And he's going to be done at 1,062,000. And it's going to be Andy taking the set in the decider 3-2.
And takes the division as a result. Well played by Cobra, though. Made that one very entertaining.
Yep. And what's kind of crazy,
fight for it.
The last 2 champions of CTL are your division winners this season.
And last season's finalists as well.
Yeah.
Could be on a crash course once again.
That would certainly be fun. Let's see what Andy does with this game. Not much, but there's no bar. There's the bar. I'll get the Tetris.
Rollover, I think still possible, but not by much. Not a whole lot of burns. So he's gonna set up aggressively, but Jay might have just done it covering that well, unless he's able to find an insane dirty here. Will he even be able to survive to 39? He will not. But
there it is.
The fair 38 percentage. Very important stat. Gets that up.
And he is your winner once again. Reno Dado's Taco Bell.
About 1 Tetris here to go, and Studio transitioning at 6:35. Amazing transition. 6:15 for SV's to Destiny Tetris difference. Studio now having a bit of a